Hello you awesome people and welcome to another vlog of mine. Today is an epic day for me and for my friend Frida, who is holding the camera. Today we are going to Star Stable headquarters for a release mingle party that I have been personally invited to, and I brought my friend Frida, as I said, and I decided let's do a vlog of this, and I'm going to record as much as I can, and you will have probably already seen it on my Insta story, of course, but it's just so epic. I've dreamt of this for 4 years, and I'm finally heading up to Star Stable headquarters, and I'm not gonna wait anymore. Let's go!
Hello you awesome people, we are going to talk about the release mingle that you just saw, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that we did there, and then we're going to talk about this book, and then we're going to talk about as well as this thing. So I have some stuff to talk to you about. What should we start? Well, we got there a bit early. I'm gonna try and keep it short. As you may have known, I tried to do one of these. I tried to do it one, and then it turned out to be like 40 minutes long, and also all the sound was crap, so I have to redo it because my microphone is a bit weird, so hopefully this one will work. But anyway, let's start. So we got there, and we got to meet like Game Master Doris, and we got to meet Stacy from Stacy Plays, as you saw. Really fun to meet her, because I've been talking a lot to her since I'm an ambassador, and she is she's the one that sort of keeps us all together, I think, anyway. And so it was really fun to meet her and see how she's doing here in Stockholm, since she moved here. And after that, more people started to come, and we were moving to the dining area where they have the food, as you saw, and we got to meet more people. Like, we got to meet the girl who makes the texture for all the horses, which was Lisa, and the animation guy Dick, and Matilda, and we got to meet Ilva, who was running around with her own camera making her vlog, and I was recording basically everything I could in that dining area. And after that, they had the presentation for the book. I am going to talk about the book after I'm done with basically everything that happened. So it was Marcus Turrell and Helena Dahlgren, who is the author, who did this, who was presenting the book. And then we got to know basically what we were going to do after that, and they split us up into 2 groups. One was supposed to stay in the dining area to get their book signed, to talk a bit with some of the Star Stable people like Matilda and Ilva, and just chill basically, and also get a chapter read from the book. Fun fact that, as you saw, Matilda was reading from the book. She is going to be the person who is going to read, because this book is going to come out as a sound book. I don't know what it's called in English really, where you can listen to someone read the book out loud basically, and she is going to be the voice for that. So now you know that. What else did we do? We ate and had so much fun. I talked a lot with Lisa and Dick because they are the ones who are like in the horse committee. They make the horses, and so I started to just nerd. I was nerding so much with them about the colors and animations, and they were such lovely people, really lovely people. So we got to stay there, and the other group were going on a tour. And then when they came back, we got to leave and go on the tour. And as you saw, I sort of cut it there where Matilda was reading, and that is because I had nothing more. When we went on the tour, I was like, can I record or take pictures? And they said you have to ask us first, because there were some sensitive information lying around in the office, basically. And so I felt like, okay, I'm not gonna record because I do not want to risk sensitive information coming out, and also I did not want to be that bothered asking like, can I record this? Can I record this? Can I take picture of this? Can I record you? I didn't want to ruin the tour. They had enough to focus on, so I put my phone away and just enjoyed the tour basically. And I'm gonna try and tell you what I saw. Basically, they have like the whole floor at Regeringsgatan, and when you come up like into the elevator, you come into a hallway, and you basically can see from there. You can, or at least figure out that you're like in the middle of their office space, because the hallway, and then you are let in to the right. And then the office goes around this place where you come up with the elevator. So we started and we got to meet a part of the support team, and then we got to see where the marketing team is and the social media group. We got to see Ylva and Matilda's studio where they record Star Stable shows. We got to meet a guy who makes the apps there too. We got to make the apps, and then we were shown into the area where they make the game Star Stable Online, where Lisa showed us how she works when she makes the textures, which is really cool to watch. It's quite fun to know that she uses Photoshops to like paint the textures, and then she has another program she uses to put the texture on the horse to look how it really looks. So she uses two programs. I don't know the other name of that program, but she uses Photoshop when she paints, and it's really cool. And then Dick showed us how he can make a horse move and how it is built, and talking to us about the limitations there are in the game, that there are always limits. They can't go all out because then the game would break basically. So he showed us that, and then we went to Caroline, I think her name was. I'm really crappy at names, but she was a lovely, lovely, lovely woman, and she is one of 3 that makes the world basically. She showed us how she was working on Mistfall, that part we know of, when she was working on it basically, how she could like paint the roads, put down some bushes or stones and all that. So she's the one who makes the world, and that was really cool. And that was basically the end of the tour really, and we ended up staying by her desk and just talking, and more people joined us, like Esme stayed with us, and then Ylva joined us, and more. There were so many people with us talking about the game, and oh god, there were so many people that we talked to, and I met. Fun fact: I did not talk that much to other players that was there. I just basically talked to people who works there. But I did meet or talked a bit to Emily Silverhaven. Really lovely to meet her. She's a lovely person as well. And I did see some other YouTubers and Instagram people there as well. But I focused on the people who works there, because they are amazing people. I was like, I'm here. Sorry for this, but I'm not gonna waste time talking to people outside the game. I'm gonna make this time to talk to people I can't get a hold of outside the game. So I spend most of my time with them, and it was awesome. Such lovely people, really lovely people. It was like, I want to be your colleagues. I want to be here every day and give you ideas, and I can make videos for you, and I can do Instagram, I can do social media. Please hire me. I can work in a corner. I don't even need a table. I can work from home. Because actually, this is actually quite funny that Marcus Terrell told us that they just moved into this office in January, and they are expanding so much they're already looking for another bigger place. So I feel sorry for the people working there that has to move every time, but it is good that they are expanding, because that makes it more promising, a more bigger future for Star Stable Online, basically. So it's cool. And maybe one day there will be a little table there for me. Just a dream I have. So, but yeah. Anyway, what else? So yeah, we were stuck there and we talked a lot. Like, time just passed. We had so much fun. I was very flattered when they say that they read my blog, that they watch my YouTube and follow me, and makes me feel like, oh shit, I have to be giving them more content. I need to really put even more. I feel like I have to put more work into it. Like, before I felt like, oh, I didn't really. How can I explain this? When I write my posts on my blog and make my movies, like the reviews, I feel like I'm mostly talking to you guys who played the game. I didn't think people who actually makes the game were listening that much, and now I feel like, okay, they are actually one of my focus groups. The people who makes the game, not just the player who plays the game, but my focus group is now also the ones who makes the game, and that feels really amazing and fun. So thank you. You're probably listening right now. Thank you so much for watching. What else? Basically, I'm trying to figure out. What more did we do? Well, basically that was that. Doris suddenly came and she was like, we have to end it here today now. And but all of us who were still there, like me, Frida, and also the second ambassador, Cecilia, were still there, and we were like, what? Leave? We thought this was a sleepover party. One could try anyway. But no, it was a very long goodbye where we were slowly moving to get my stuff and going to the door, just trying to say the last thing to everyone and thanking them so much for letting me to be personally invited to this was a huge honor. I feel really honored, and I have to put in that I don't think it was because I'm an ambassador. I really don't think so. At least I know that Stacy was not the one who said invite this ambassador and invite this ambassador. I think someone else had the duty of inviting people, and I don't know. I really don't know why, because it was just me and Cecilia there. I don't know if he did, because we are like 3 ambassadors in Sweden right now. It's me, Cecilia, and Renee Bluebridge. Maybe there's another one. My god, my memory sucks. But Renee was not there, what I know of, at least. What was fun is that Stacy did not. She knew that I was coming because I was asking her. I asked her something weeks ago, so she knew I was coming. But she did not know that Cecilia was there, and I was like, the girl over there with purple hair is Cecilia, and she was like, oh, I have to go and say hello. So that. So I don't know. I might just be a really lucky bastard that I was there, and believe you me, I feel like a lucky bastard. So happy, really happy that I was there. So yeah, don't really know. I guess I just hope for more, because saying goodbye made me feel like, oh my god, it might be a really long time before I get to meet these people again, and that made me really sad because I had so much fun there. I felt like it almost felt like coming home for a weird reason. I felt so comfortable there, and talking to everyone was just so much fun, and to getting to know them more. Oh, it was such a lovely place. I wish I could work there. But at least I can do ambassador stuff, so I guess I can just do that. So yeah, that was the release mingle party. I had so much fun. And moving on from that, what was it about? It was about this book. This book is one in a trilogy. So this is the first part. It says one up here, and the plan for this is that the second and third one is coming out already next year, which amazes me because apparently it took 5 years to plan. I don't know if it was to plan just this first book or if it took 5 years to plan all 3 books. That might be the case. But the plan is that they will be out next year, so maybe there will be more release mingle parties for me to join. Would be great, but we'll see. This is written by Helena Dahlgren, who is a horror. Usually, she is a horror author because she's a horror nerd like me, but she loves horses as well, and so she is now the author of this book. This book is mostly towards, like, basically Star Stable Online players, 9 to 12 years old kids, but basically anyone who loves horses, loves the game, loves magic and fantasy can read this book. And since I study Swedish and already read a few pages, I can say that the language is the Swedish in this is really, really good. I am actually quite amazed that it is such a beautifully written, even, not that I should look down on kids, but it feels like there is a lot of consideration with the book, with the words, and I haven't read much, but so far what I have read, I just have to say I love the language. The Swedish language is just beautifully written in here, and so yes, what else to say? Oh god, I had something in mind. Right, about probably you're wondering about the language. You probably already know this, but so far it is planned only in Swedish, and will be sold in Sweden. Maybe to like Finland and Norway might be getting it as well. Probably. I mean, they tend to know Swedish, and we don't tend to know any Norwegian or Finnish anyway. Moving on. Only in Swedish, but I can imagine that this will be out in more languages in the future. Like at least English. This needs to be made in English, translated into English, and it will probably happen sometime in the future. So hold on, hope, and hope this will become something English. And this book will be out in stores in Sweden 2nd of May, so very, very soon, like tomorrow, since you're watching this video on a Monday, so this will be out, not tomorrow, sorry, Thursday. This will be out on Thursday, because 2nd is Wednesday, yeah, Thursday. I think so anyway, I might be very wrong again. And so yeah, she signed it, Helena Dahlgren. She signed my book. It says "To Rose, welcome to Jorvik." She was quite cute when she wrote this. She said like, "I'm writing this, although I know you already been there." But it's as she said, it is good because it is sort of a new way to welcome me to Jorvik, because this is about the Soul Riders. This is like Swedish saying it is pronounced Ödesryttarna, but in English it is Soul Riders. So it's about Lisa, Alex, Anne, and Linda. I mean, look at this cover. How pretty is this? It's so pretty. This was made by the company of Wolves, which is a small company, I think. They tend to make more of these kinds of arts for Star Stable. Like we've seen some artwork like loading screens and stuff. I do believe they have worked on those. So I will put a link to their Facebook page in the description, because they do some beautiful stuff. So go to that page and like them, because they make pretty stuff. Look at this, it's so pretty. Also, this was released by Bonnier Carlsen, which is a big company here in Sweden that releases books. What else to say? It is about the Soul Riders. It is set up 2 years before we start our adventure in Star Steam Online. So it's sort of a deepening story on getting to know these 4 girls even more. And I think that is quite good, because I mean, we get to meet them in the game, but to have this will make us feel like we already know them even more. I believe so anyway. I haven't gotten that far, but a lot of people say that this book is awesome. So I'm gonna read this, even though I might not even have time, because I'm a student and should be reading more dull books, but no, I'm gonna read this. What else to say? I think that was it. If you have any more questions about it, leave a comment and I'm gonna try to answer it. I might not know everything, sadly, but I think I answered the most important questions that you might have. Also, if you look in here, I think this is quite amazing. You see a big map, and you might see that it is very similar. If you look, we have Silverglade, Furgrow, Mistfall, and then there is this big part up here. And at first, when I saw this, I was like, holy shit, is this a spoiler for what's to come? And I was told to ask Marcus, but he accidentally left. And I had like the biggest mission of all. I was like, one of the things I'm gonna do is take a picture with Marcus Sorrell and talk to him, but he managed to escape before I even got the chance. So I failed. Sorry, apparently my camera decided to die there instead. That's even better. Where was I? I was talking about Marcus. So he managed to escape. So one day in the future I might meet him, because he's quite a cool person, I think, that he made this game. Anyway, so I asked Esme instead, because she's apparently working a lot with Marcus, and she said that this map is true to the book, mostly. Maybe it could be ish like this in the game, we don't know, but it's just fun to see that West Jorvik. I mean, this is just a tiny part of Jorvik we know so far, and that's quite awesome. So I just wanted to show you that part. Otherwise, yeah, that's basically the book. I love it. I would say get it if you can. If you understand Swedish, want to learn Swedish, I think this is a really good book, because it is, even though I said that it's a beautifully written, it is not hard. I mean, remember, this is supposed to be for children 9 to 12. So it's not hard Swedish. I think this is a good book to train your Swedish if you wanna learn Swedish. Otherwise, if you just wanna read a really good book and know Swedish, get this book. Another part I wanna to talk to you about before I end this is about this that they told us about. This came out like months ago, maybe. Was it maybe even last year? I mean, me and my memory, and time flies by so fast. But I think this was 2017 that this came out. They have finally announced that they are working on an English version of this that will be called Clouds Over Silverglade, and it will be released digitally to be purchased digitally. So I don't think you will be getting it in this kind of form. I don't think so anyway. And there is no date to when it will be out. But I just wanted to tell you that they are working on it, and you will get to know more about this story. This is also a very, very cool story where you also get a sort of a more of a depth. Can you say depth? Get more insight on what happens before we arrive to York, because this is also set before we arrive. Like, really set before we arrived. Because it sort of ends with us arriving. Ooh, spoilers. We arrive at Jorvik. But what I can tell you is that this is really cool because this gives more of a insight on another character that is in the game that we don't really get to know that much of in the game. But after reading this, you sort of feel for her a lot more. It's really cool. I suggest when it is out in English, get it because it's really cool. So I think I am now done for today. I hope this turned out better than my first try of vlogging. And once again, I want to thank you, the Star Stable team, for inviting me to Star Stable headquarters. I'm really hoping I get to meet you again someday soon, because it was amazing to meet you all. And yes, just thank you. Thank you so much. And also telling you who watching this, buy the book, buy this comic. If you're Swedish, and when it will be out in other languages, get it, because it's really good. But I think I'm ending it here today. Thank you for watching, and in the meantime, until next vlog. I don't know, do you want me to vlog more? It's been quite a while since I did it, but nothing really huge has happened to me, unless you want me to vlog more real stuff for just me, or if you would just want me to keep to just Star Stable stuff. If just hit me a comment on your thoughts about my vlogging, that would be great. But in the meantime, people, stay awesome as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!